At the age of 17 plus or 18, I didn't know a word of English. No, I didn't know. I started from come, came, come English. During the dinner time, I said to my father that I want to be a doctor. And all my sisters, they were smiling at me, they were laughing at me. How is it possible? Because they're all studied from a convent school, you see. They're all English student, English medium school, and I'm coming from an Arabic school, Urdu school, Persian school. So they all laughed at me. The next day morning, we were returning from the mosque. My father asked me, "Are you really sure?" In the matriculation exam from Madras University, I passed my exam. Then immediately I got into the pre-university in Coimbatore. I got 92% in 1 year. I have not studied. I have not studied any schools like that. You're all very fortunate to be studying in a school. You're all very fortunate. I didn't study in any of the schools. So I got 92% in my PUC. Then I straight away I got into medical admission, MBBS. As he said, is a prestigious institute. This is Madras Medical College, because the teachers are all from abroad. You can become, everybody can become a doctor. I think when Dr. Shabeer can become a doctor, you all can become a doctor. That's what I say. I say to my nephew here who's sitting there, who's doing a second year student, I tell him, when I can become a doctor, why can't you become a doctor?
I've called a very special guest. Dr. Shabeer is a great example, because what is possible if somebody wish or decides to do something? Miracles, I'm telling you, miracles are possible. And his sitting in front of us is a miracle. If I'm not wrong, you are a product of Jamia. He is an alim actually. He did his alim course, then he decided whether he can become doctor. After finishing his alim course. Nobody could imagine, nobody could believe that somebody with that kind of background will also have a chance to do great. And he just did it. He did his, after the alimiyat, he finished his alim course, then joined the medical college, not any other medical college, one of the best medical college, Madras Medical College, topmost medical college of Tamil Nadu. Then did his MS, went to London, did his masters, his specialization. Now he's known, he's a name in the Fortis hospitals. One who has proved what is possible if somebody wishes here. One, if he decides to do something, what are the possibilities? He is a living example for all that. I request Dr. Shabeer.
I come from a middle class family, and I was only doing a third standard in a school. I was 8-year-old, 7.5-year-old. I was taken into a madrasa. And in madrasa, I was there for nearly 10 years. I did my complete alim course, and I have done my Afzal Ulama course as well. I came first in the class in the Afzal Ulama course. Then I did my Hifz Quran as well, and then I became Maulvi, and I was supposed to go to Madina University. And I got the seat also, as well as my father wanted me to be a scholar from the Madina University. And during my education in Umrabad, I studied from Umrabad Jamia Darus Salam. I am Dr. Shabeer Ahmed Umri. I am so-called Umri. So then I developed a taste of this medical profession. I used to visit Vellore on many occasions, and I used to see the board in every room. You will see the Jesus photograph. That stimulated me, and I said, why not we keep something belonging to our Islam religion? Because you see, I am coming from OT. I am sorry, I have come in a scrub suit because I didn't have a chance to change my clothes. So I came rushy, so I apologize. So what happens is, you must remember the day of the surgery, when a patient does not sleep during the night time, doesn't sleep at all. That's why we give a sedation. So day of the surgery, he is restless. He has no support. He has anyone else. Supposing if he is praying to some other gods, there are so many gods. And supposing if he looks at one picture, that will capture his eyes. And I am sure even a Muslim, if you look at the Jesus photograph, he may be saying, "Oh Jesus." It's possible. Because you're in a desperate situation. You want to be healed. You want to be cured of your cancer. You want to be cured of your problems. So if you look at a Jesus picture, you may say, "Oh Jesus, please help me." That's possibility. So that becomes a shirk. That becomes a kufr. So that is an idea came to me that I need to put my own picture of the Quran or statement or something. There are so many statements are there in the Quran. So many words are there in the Quran. So that I can picture, that's an imagination I had at the time. Then I told myself that I want to be a doctor. So at the age of 17 plus or 18, I didn't know a word of English. No, I didn't know. I started from come, came, come English. So then we were having a dinner with my father, usual dinner after Isha prayer. We had a dinner. During the dinner time, I said to my father that I want to be a doctor. And all my sisters, they were smiling at me, they were laughing at me. How is it possible? Because they're all studied from a convent school, you see. They're all English students, English medium school. And I'm coming from an Arabic school, Urdu school, Persian school. So they all laughed at me. The next day morning, we were returning from the mosque. My father asked me, "Are you really sure? I have booked a slot for you in Madras University. You don't want to go?" I said, "No, I don't want to go. I want to be a doctor." So this is a situation where I started learning English, maths, history, geography, all that science and local language, Tamil language. I am from Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore. Can you anybody tell me in how many months I would have prepared for a matriculation exam? How many months does it take for a person to learn matriculation from the day one? From the day one, from English language learning. You have to learn English language, you have to learn Tamil language, you have to learn history. I have not studied in any school. How many months will it take? 10 months. I have taken 7 months. I studied day and night, and I started my language for English language from come, came, come, from that I started. So in the matriculation exam from Madras University, I passed my exam. Then immediately I got into the pre-university in Coimbatore. I got 92% in 1 year. I have not studied. I have not studied any schools like that. You're all very fortunate to be studying in a school. You're all very fortunate. I didn't study in any of those schools. So I got 92% in my PUC. Then I straight away got into medical admission, MBBS. As he said, is a prestigious institute. This is Madras Medical College, because the teachers are all from abroad. So then, am I taking too long? Is it okay? Yeah. So then what happened? Then after that, I suddenly decided to be one of my boss. He's Rangabashyam. He's a colorectal surgeon. He is also a big FRCS. They all drive heavy, big foreign cars. My teachers, they all used to come in a foreign cars because they're all FRCS, MRCP, FRCPs. So even I wanted to become like him. So I decided to become, I wanted to go to England. Believe me, I struggled to pass. When you go to England, you need to write an examination called PLAB examination. In the PLAB examination, there are two components. One is a medical component, another one is an English component. I have failed twice in English component because my English is not that good, because I have not studied like that. But I struggled hard and I passed my PLAB examination. Then I got a job in England. Then I did my FRCS from Ireland. I did my FRCS from Edinburgh. I did my FRCS from London. Then I did my master's in keyhole surgery from Scotland. I was there for nearly 23 years in England. Then I decided to come back. For the sake of my children, I want to I didn't want them to be educated over there, because I am basically I'm an alim, Medin. I want them to be, that's why brought me back. So what I'm trying to say, it is good to have dreams. People have dreams, everybody has dreams. Even if you go to anybody, any auto rickshaw people also, they also will have dreams. But how do you cultivate into a dream to get through? That is where is a discussion we need to make it today. Because you see, to be a doctor, everybody can become a doctor. I think when Dr. Shabeer can become a doctor, you all can become a doctor. That's what I say. I say to my nephew here who's sitting there, who's doing a second year student, I tell him, when I can become a doctor, why can't you become a doctor? It's easy. Becoming a doctor is easy. Because all that you have to mug up, you have to memorize, and you will pass the examination. But how to be a good doctor, how to be a passionate doctor, that is what is very important. Where you have to reach to the top. Because when I was writing my examination, the FRCS Part 2 final examination, I think this I should not say, because Allah may be angry with me. And I told my wife, nobody can fail me today. I went to FRCS examination. This is one of the topmost degree in the world. FRCS from London is the topmost degree in the world. And I told my wife, today nobody can fail me. Nobody can fail me. Because my preparation was that fantastic. And of course, I have a trust in Allah. There is no doubt about it. I used to do tahajjud prayers and all that at that time. But I had so much trust in my hard work and in my studies, then I told my wife that nobody is going to fail me today. And I passed. And you know that for passing an FRCS from London is only 8% of the people they pass. Only 8% they pass. They don't like to pass non-white color people. They don't like to pass. They like to pass white people. Because once you pass the FRCS examination, you become a consultant. You become equal. You become equal. So, I passed that examination as well. So the dreams, you all can have dreams. It's very nice to see that you're all sitting there. You all want to be a future doctors. Dreams, you all can have dreams. But how to fulfill the dream, there it comes. It comes only with hard work, with passion. And another thing is, I personally feel one of the medical profession is one of the best profession, is a service to the humanity. You tell me, ahsin kama ahsanallahu ilayk. कुरान में लिखा हुआ है, जैसा अल्लाह ताला तुम्हारे पर एहसान किया है, उसी तरीके से लोगों पर तुम एहसान करो. I think this is one of the only one field, I don't know whether anybody will disagree with me or not, where I can touch human directly. You can come to my consultation room without any father, without any husband. You can come to me and I can touch you. Nobody else can touch you. Nobody else can listen to you. It's so private, and it's so decent relationship we have. And to fulfill that ayah, ahsin kama ahsanallahu ilayk, that's only this medical profession will do that. Because you remember Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that when you go to a sick person, as long as you stay there with the sick person, the malaika will be praying for you. As long as you stay there, malaika will be praying for you. You tell me how many times I go and stand next to the patient. And I just finished a surgery for 4 hours today. I was standing next to the patient today. 4 hours I was been standing and working hard. I know we get money, but at the same time the reward from Allah is great reward. Believe me, one of the nicest profession you have chosen. One of the beautiful profession, you can touch the human being. So I must congratulate you, especially I know we met and fantastic. I don't think you would have seen this much crowd 5 years ago. Yeah, that tells, mashallah, it is very nice to see that our community is coming forward. Our parents are coming forward to educate our girls. Unfortunately, it's the media which is talking very bad about us. But look at the girls. They all want to be doctors. Inshallah, mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. It's a great news. It's a great news. So I wish you all the best. And I'm sure you are getting a result today. And I hope everybody will do well. And by the way, I wrote matriculation double time. Because one time I got a score less. Second time also I wrote again, I got a higher score. Sorry, PU, I wrote second time. First time I got 86%. Second time I wrote improvement. Those time it was allowed. So that time in improvement I wrote 92%. So don't be disheartened if you write once, you don't get a score. You may get it second time. But as long as your vision and mission should be very, very clear. Your target should be very, very clear. I want to achieve this. Nothing else will distract me. You need to have that adamant, that ज़िद्दी होना चाहिए आप लोगों को. आप लोगों को ज़िद्दी होनी चाहिए. मुझे हमारे अम्मा मुझे बुलाते थे, ज़िद्दी बुलाते थे. नच्ची, तमिल में नच्ची बोलते हैं इसको. My mother called me नच्ची बोलते थे, ज़िद्दी. Because I want it meat, I want now. I remember, I'll tell you a small joke before I finish. And we had a field, farming field. So there was a seed. My mom told me, if you put a seed, a tree will come. So I put that seed in the night time at 6 o'clock, and whole night I was sitting there. Next day morning, my mom woke up and saw I'm sitting there, whether the tree is going to come. So, I am so nutty. I want the result immediately. I want the result. I want now. So that kind of a zid, that kind of you should have that energy that I want to finish the target, I want to do it. I hope that would have stimulated to you all with my personal history, and no doubt about medical field is one of the fantastic field. It gives you money. I mean, I was there in Ireland and I was there in England. I have earned a lot of money also. There is no doubt about it. There is a money, there is a fame. At the same time, there is a blessing from Allah. Blessing from Malaika. Who are the Malaika? They are praying to Allah day and night. And they don't get tired. They don't sweat like us. And they do what Allah wants. And they are praying for you. They are praying for you as long as with the person, a diseased person, you are behind them. So remember these things. A hadith and a Qurani ayah, Ahsin kama ahsanallahu ilayk. So you must hard work, then only you can achieve your goal. With this I will conclude. I must thank all the organization and Falconite and organization I must thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I will never forget my teachers. सच्ची बोलता हूँ. My teacher was William Peter. I will never forgive him. He taught me English. He taught me maths. Day and night he used to come. Day and night when I was doing a matriculation, day and night. Unfortunately, he committed suicide. He wrote a letter to me, William Peter. So without teachers, may God bless them. And you also should be very grateful to them. It's one of the wonderful job they are doing it. Respect them, make sure, and respect the organization. They are doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It is not that one is born great or one is born achiever. It is a perseverance, persistent, hard work and commitment. It is not one day work. It is not just 1 week or something. Because when I heard the story of Dr. Shabeer, it moved me. I'm talking about 5-6 years back. I was just sitting, said, let me do something big, make more and more people like you. And that was also one of the zeal, that how do we create more? Because he has made his mark in one of the topmost medical hospitals chain in the country. In Fortis, he is recognized. His services are recognized worldwide now. But he has achieved that not just by, he was happy he could have just be a Maulana, because that was the whole course of his life at that point of time. Change came, the change of thought came, and thereafter, जो जिद आई, मैं हमेशा बच्चों को बोलता हूँ, जिद वो पागलपन की हद तक होता है वो, and that is what makes that achiever, whoever is sitting in front of you today, whoever will come and talk to you today, is one of those. They are the one who have followed the same path, and that path is very difficult path, as I told, and it is not an impossible path, but it is a tough path, very difficult path.